As I pulled myself up the last incline, I saw it. I slowly stood up and held both my hands out. I said in a soft voice, "Hey there." I was staring into the eyes of a black Rottweiler that had to be at least 120 pounds. I tried to signal to Mary Catherine to stay on the lower part of the path. I heard her quick intake of air and knew she saw the dog too. It dipped its head and growled again. The muscles in its shoulders and back popped as it moved slowly from side to side. The hair on its back stiffened. I wanted to tell Mary Catherine to run, but that might attract the dog's attention. Our eyes met. I assessed the risk of facing down a dangerous animal. Then I noticed something, just a hint of a movement in the stub of its tail. On a whim, I said, "Who's a good boy?" The tail started wagging fast, like a metronome trying to beat out the rhythm the flight of the bumblebee. I stood up straight. The dog waddled toward me, tail still shooting back and forth. The dog's thick fur felt nice between my fingers. The dog rubbed against my leg, looking for more attention. Mary Catherine climbed the few steps up to me and said, "You make friends wherever you go. You think it's lost?" I shook my head as I rubbed the dog's back. It was well cared for. I kneeled to get a look at the tag on the collar. Just then, a boy about 7 appeared on the path in front of us. He called out, "Come here, Lulabelle." The dog turned and followed the boy. They trotted away together without another look back. Mary Catherine said, "Lulabelle, of course a female found Michael Bennett charming." She wrapped her arms around me from behind and kissed me on the shoulder in relief. I had to turn around and give her a kiss on the lips. I couldn't believe how great this trip had been, how different it was from my everyday life. It was the first time we'd ever been able to let go together. No work, no kids, and no responsibilities. It was the last full day of our honeymoon in Ireland. I couldn't have wanted to accomplish any more. We had connected with some of Mary Catherine's family, and even met a few of my grandfather's cousins. Their favorite saying was that everyone in Ireland had a cousin in New York City. As we were starting our hike back to the car, Mary Catherine said she wanted to play a game. "Name one of our children," she said, softening her command with a smile, "and their most obvious attribute." Quick as I could. Mary Catherine started by saying, "Juliana, talented; Jane, smart; Brian, determined; Ricky, funny; Trent, thoughtful." When she paused for breath, I jumped in. Eddie, spontaneous; Fiona, clever; Bridget, serene; Shauna, loving; Chrissy, sweet. I took a quick breath and said, "Great game. I win." Mary Catherine went to give me a playful shove, but I turned so she fell into my embrace. Then we exchanged a long, loving kiss until we found ourselves lying in clover, making out like teenagers. I had to whisper to her, "I've never been this happy, and you've never looked so beautiful." Chapter 2. Mary Catherine giggled when I tried to fit my 6'3" frame in the bed in our cozy bed and breakfast. She said, "You look like a cartoon giraffe who goes to the veterinarian and can't fit on the table." I know this is supposed to be an authentic inn, but this is ridiculous. Ireland is not a land of short people. How is it that they have a bed only big enough for a hobbit? Mary Catherine slid into the bed next to me. Suddenly, the length of the bed no longer mattered, and I was glad for the narrow width. I liked Mary Catherine right next to me. We gazed out the hand-blown glass window into the starry night over Dublin. Mary Catherine's fingers played with my hair as I gently made circles with my finger along her neck and shoulders. I could listen to her gentle laugh for days. Suddenly, it turned into a wild night. Not exactly what I'd expected, but just as much fun. We lay together in bed, both of us panting from the exertion. My head was still swimming, trying to process everything we'd just done, even wondering if we had broken anything. I halfway anticipated a noise complaint. If this were a drug, I could understand becoming an addict. Mary Catherine laughed and said, "God, I've never seen you like that before." How often are we away from our lives like this, where we can just let go? Michael Bennett.